If you're a fan of the Counter-Strike franchise or play any FPS game for that matter, you know that the in-game FPS is one of the most important things that you need to fix before you can start getting those frags. My name is Yadullah, you are watching Candid.Technology, and in this video we are talking about how you can get more FPS in CS2.
The first method of doing that is to make sure that you have the latest graphics drivers available. Now, depending on whether you have an Intel, AMD or NVIDIA graphics card, you will have a utility that goes on to install and update the graphics drivers. So I have an NVIDIA GPU, so I will launch GeForce Experience. Once GeForce Experience launches up, head over to the drivers tab and then click check for updates. This will check your graphics card driver for updates, and if there are any available, they will show up here. From there on, click install and you'll be good to go. As you can see, I already have the latest drivers, so I don't need to worry about this step. The next step is to adjust the actual in-game settings. To do that, launch Counter-Strike and click on the settings menu icon. Once that, head over to video and then advanced video. So now you can do a lot of things here. You can also, the CS2 comes with this new sort of editor, settings editor, that you can move around the crosshair and see how different shadows and different items in the game are being affected. Wait for VSync should be disabled, and let's start going over video values here. So the current video values preset is set to high on my PC because my PC can afford to run it. If yours can't, and if you're having trouble, the simplest way of doing this is to just set this to low. Drop the settings as low as possible and you should be good to go. However, if you're looking for a custom option and if you want to find a balance between performance and visual quality in the game, then you can go through the individual settings. So multi-sampling anti-aliasing mode, this should be set to CMAA2. This is the fastest one available. MSAA is the better anti-aliasing in terms of visual quality, but CMMA does the job rather well. Global shadow quality, set this to low. Texture quality, set this to medium. I'd recommend setting this to low because that can sort of affect your gameplay with the textures looking absolutely trash. Filtering mode, once again, falls down to bilinear. You can also try trilinear or anisotropic 2x, but bilinear or trilinear should be the best for performance. Shader detail, once again, drops down to low. Particle detail goes down to low. Ambient occlusion goes down to low. Dynamic range goes to performance. And fidelity FX super resolution. Now, this is an upscaling technology from AMD. You don't really need to enable it, but you can enable it to performance to see if you get a frame rate boost. This may or may not work for you, so you will have to experiment with all 5 of these settings to get the perfect balance. Finally, NVIDIA Reflex Low Latency. This does not affect your frame rate or your ping or your latency in any way, shape or form. It only affects any system lag that your PC is running in. For better frame rates, it's suggested that you just disable this altogether, but it can make your game feel a little unresponsive or a little sluggish. So for that, try enabled or enabled plus boost. Also, CS2 will automatically recommend some settings for your system's configuration after detecting it. So as you can see, all of these settings are recommended for my PC and I can run it at a comfortable 100 FPS, but for you, things might change. Another thing that's important to do in CS2 is your resolution. Now, I have set the resolution to 1920 by 1080p. You can drop the resolution to 720p, which is half HD, and that should be a massive boost in performance, but it will also affect your visual quality a lot. So you will have to use your resolution in combination with fidelity effects to make sure that you can strike a balance between visual quality and gameplay. Another thing that you should keep in mind when lowering shadow quality is the fact that this will put you at a little bit of a disadvantage when it comes to gameplay, because shadow qualities or shadows themselves can sometimes give away positions. So if your shadow qualities are set to low, you may not be able to spot enemies as soon as you would if they were set to high. Solution number 3 is to make sure that your Windows installation and that your Counter-Strike installation are up to date. So developers are constantly releasing fixes for the game. It's still new, it's still constantly getting updated, and any update can fix that problem for you. So to do that, just open Steam. Let me just bring this in here and head over to your library. In here, select Counter-Strike and just make sure that it's up to date. If it's not, you will see an update button here instead of play.
If you like these videos, consider subscribing, give us a thumbs up, press the bell icon and tell us in the comments below what more such content can we make for you. If you want to know more about tech, visit our website Candid.Technology, follow us on social media, follow me on Instagram or Twitter, and we'll see you in the next video.